Hey guys, so some of you may know that I recently ditched everything and came to Jamaica. I just needed a mental break from home, like getting stuck in a cycle of just work, 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 work. Like it was extremely depressing. So one day I just booked a flight from Canada and I came to Jamaica. So the first day when I got here, I stayed in Montego Bay because that's where one of the main airports is, and I stayed at a hotel, Gloriana, which is right by the airport. And that location is really great because not only is it close to the airport, it's close to everything else. So that same day that I stayed there, I actually walked down to the beach. And this beach is actually one of the only free beaches in Montego Bay because there's so many tourists that go to Montego Bay. It's really geared to tourists, so a lot of the locals aren't actually allowed on the beach because you have to pay to get in. But this beach, was beautiful. It was just like a strip of land, not that big, nothing fancy. And if you kept on walking down the beach, it's actually a dead end. And then that same night, I went to a restaurant called the Pork Pit and had a great meal there, had jerk pork. I really liked that restaurant because on the inside, so the restaurant part, they had a roof covering the restaurant, but the entire back end is actually open. So it's kind of like being inside and outside at the same time. And they also have different places that you can sit in there. So then you order your food and then you can get your sides inside at the desk. And then for your meat, you have to go outside because they barbecue everything outside. So that was neat. Really good place to eat. And then Hotel Gloriana, it was actually a pretty nice hotel. It was only 58 US per night. So for what I got, it was pretty good. The rooms were really clean and huge. And the best part of the hotel is in the backyard, they actually have this pool, and it has a fountain that's spitting out, like it never turned off. So that was really neat, really beautiful. So I would definitely stay there again. And Hotel Gloriana actually has a really cool backstory, but you guys should go definitely read up on it. And then the next day I was picked up extremely early, and then it was about a 2-hour ride because I came to St. Elizabeth. It's one of the lesser known cities. Many tourists don't really come here because it doesn't have the amenities that other bigger cities have, such as Negril or Montego Bay. Like there's no Burger King here, there's no Negril, the grocery stores are smaller, but it's still beautiful. Actually, when I'm sitting in the house, I'm sitting at my stepfather and mother's house, and when you open the blinds, you can see that Jamaica is really a hilly place. Like, even though from here the hills look very small, I was actually informed that when my stepfather was a kid, it would actually take days to go up the hill because there's so many dips and valleys up the hill, even though it looks small. So yesterday I went for a walk in the back alleys, so that was really cool because I got to see that everyone has a goat here. Literally everyone owns a goat here. There's even wild goats. As I was walking down the back alley, I saw how many of these houses are unfinished because here in Jamaica, it's not like in Canada where when I want to build a house, I have to pay a mortgage. So everything has to get built at the same time, right? So actually the bank kind of owns your house until you pay off your mortgage in like 25 years, right? But in Jamaica, you have the option, you can do it that way, but a lot of these places won't get finished if you build everything at the same time because it could be very expensive. So the other option of building your house is you do it little by little. So if you have money for one room, then you do that. So a lot of these houses, they're unfinished because people just build it little by little. But my stepdad says some of these houses have been here since he was a kid.